Yeah, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this latest edition of Rebels Radio, brought to you today from Park View Road. It's the home of Welling United for this National League South clash between Welling United and Slough Town. Two of the form teams of the league are here today. It's third versus fifth, and a good contingent of Slough fans have made the journey here around the M25, despite the journey where our coach driver decided to take a slight detour. You may have trouble hearing me at the moment. The tannoy is right next to where we are, but we'll continue to carry on, and hopefully that you can all hear us as we go. I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. A couple of things for you. Just the usual kind of stuff here. If you do want to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so via Twitter. It's at myfc Rebels Radio. It's all one word, all in lowercase. Or if you're listening via the YouTube, there's a little chat room that comes up, and some of you are already on those. I'll give you all a shout out in a second. I'll run through the two sides for you as well. Other games in the National League South today. There is one postponement: Western Superbear versus East Thurrock. That's due to the M4 being closed at Hungerford. So I don't know how it's just been postponed now, but the other games in the National League South today are Billericay Town at home to Gloucester City, Chippenham Town versus Dartford, Eastbourne Borough versus Torquay United, Hungerford Town versus Dulwich Hamlet. Dulwich seem to have got there all right, so there you go. Oxford City versus Concord Rangers, St Albans Cities versus Bath City. It's Truro versus Hemel Hempstead, Wealdstone versus Hampton and Richmond, and Woking versus Chelmsford. Other games for you to just be aware of. Next Saturday, Slough will be away in the FA Cup 4 qualifying round to Eastbourne Borough. It's a 3 o'clock kick-off on that game. There is a supporters coach running. It will run from 11:30 from St Joseph's as usual. Then on the 22nd, 2 weeks today, Slough away to St Albans City. And then on the Tuesday after that, that's the 30th of October, both in between my birthday, just a little hint there, Slough will be away to Hemel Hempstead Town. I'll run through the two sides for you in a second. I've also got the halftime quiz for you, as you would expect. Well, we hope so, unless the team sheet gets blown away. It's a little bit windy here at Welling. It's quite an open ground. If you've never been before, there's a big main stand that actually runs from the 18-yard box either end. That's where we're in. There's another stand, seated stand on the far hand side. The rest of it's all terracing. There's some nice terracing behind the goal to our left hand side. Behind the right, it's a little bit of terracing. Lovely ground, bit open. Thankfully it's not raining, or otherwise you'd be absolutely soaked. So we'll run through the two sides for you. I can tell you that for the Rebels, no changes to the team that played Bristol Manor Farm on Tuesday evening to the starting 11, but we'll start with the home side, Welling United. They will be playing in red shirts, red shorts and white socks. In goal for them is Dan Wilkes, 2 is Jordan Gibbons, 3 Charles Banya, 4 is Arno Mendy, 5 Josh Hill, 6 is Thierry Ordell, 7 is Brendan Kiernan, 8 Jack Jebb, 9 Bradley Goldberg, 10 Adam Coombs and 11 is Nassim Lagoul. Their substitutes are 12 Danny Mills, 14 is a new signing from Oxford City, Matt Patterson, 15 is David Ajaya, 16 is Julian Anu, and 17 is Eunice Ambrosine. So for the Rebels, who are in their away kit of all blue this afternoon, it's Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Sam Togwell playing in midfield again, 9 Manny Williams, 10 Matt Stevens, 11 is Warren Harris. The substitute Rebels are 12 Josh Chapman, 14 Scott Davis, 15 Louis Soares, 16 Ben Harris, 18 is Ben Flood. So good afternoon to you all. Thank you for joining in with us today. We got here a little bit late, so I haven't tweeted out much about today, but I just retweeted the Slough one. A couple of good afternoons for you. Kelvin Lloyd is listening in Callalonga in Ibiza. Well done, Kelvin, you lucky boy. Graham's on there. Graham Tompkins is on there as well. Michael McGranahan and Neil Humphrey. Well, thank you all for joining in again. Just if you want to get in contact with us, it's on the chat room on that, and that'll come through. So give us a say, and we'll give you a shout out this afternoon. So it's quite a nice little setting here in Welling. It's a lovely sunny day here in mid-October, and you could. If we'd have had a double-decker coach, you could have parked the coach behind the goal behind the goal to our left. You could have watched the whole game free of charge. Not just saying that for teams that aren't listening. You maybe want to come down and get a double-decker coach. You'll just sit on the top row. Don't have to pay the entrance fee then. But there you go. But I wouldn't tell anyone to do that. But that's how it is here. So I could just see John Underwood just partnered back by Neil Baker this afternoon. He's back from illness. So the management team are back to full strength this afternoon. And I just see the Welling United manager Steve King just walking past there. A reminder please that it is non-league day here across the country. And Welling United, like many other clubs up and down the country at home this afternoon, are all raising money for prostate cancer. And the Vanarama League is very much part of that, with it being the Manorama League as it is now, and that's because prostate cancer kills one man every 45 minutes. So let's try and do our best and put some money in those tins that are going round grounds and make a donation, and let's see if we can help. Let's get this get that figure a lot better. So we're here in a lovely little press box. I did get here quite late. Thankfully some nice people moved along to let me sit down and join in. We always get sat next to a tannoy system. I don't know why. But I can even tell you where the speaker was, but I can tell you it's loud. I can have seen it now, it's on the far hand side. So there you go, I'll run through the two sides for you again in a second as the two sides are about to come out. But it's a nice little pitch. It's quite a little bit of a slope on the pitch here at Welling United coming from the top end. And if you got one, there's a Nissan car dealership. I bet they got a lot of footballs in their garage. Just the way where their position is, I would guarantee they get quite a few footballs in. They're a few minutes away from kick-off. No sign of the two sides and the referee coming out today. The referee is Mr. Ryan Atkin. His two assistants are Mr. Carter and Mr. Fagg. So there you go. And this is a ground that Erith and Belvedere FC play at as well, so it's a ground shared. And it's just a little bit noisy here this afternoon. And it's an old style ground here at Welling. This stand here made out of corrugated iron and steel, as we were waiting for the two sides to come out from the tunnel area. And it's a glorious sunny day. Good number on the coach, 59 on the coach, have come along this afternoon. And hopefully when they turn this music off. Here we go, the two sides are coming out for you here today, led out by the two skippers, Thierry Ordell and Mark Nisbet. Slough in their all blue away kit. Slough fans making some noise here already this afternoon. So a quick rundown of the two starting 11s for you this afternoon. For Welling United, in goal is Dan Wilkes, 2 Jordan Gibbons, 3 Charles Banya, 4 is Arno Mendy, 5 Josh Hill, 6 Thierry Ordell, 7 is their leading goal scorer Brendan Kiernan, 8 Jack Jebb, 9 Bradley Goldberg, 10 Adam Coombs, 11 is Nassim Lagoul. For the Rebels, it's Jack Turner in goal, 2 Sean Fraser, 3 George Wells, 4 Guy Hollis, 5 Mark Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 James Dobson, 8 Sam Togwell, 9 Manny Williams, 10 Matt Stevens, 11 Warren Harris. We are just a few seconds away from kick-off here. There's a mascot as well. They're just been done. And I can tell you that the Welling goalkeeper is wearing an all-grey outfit with a little bit of yellow on the front. And for Slough, Jack Turner's in his all-blue kit, very much like a Chelsea kit. Thierry Ordell just been given player of the season there for player of the month. And walks his mascot over to the halfway line where the referee is waiting this afternoon. And we're just seconds away from kickoff here today, so don't forget, if you do want to get in contact, it's at MyFC Rebels Radio on Twitter and also on the chat room there. Huge thank you as usual to our sponsors, that is MyFC, the online football community, and also to Slough Town Supporters Trust, and again we thank both of those for their continued support of Rebels Radio. And just having a photo opportunity here with the captains and the mascot. And the referee here just here today is Welling, I called them already. Welling all in red apart from white shorts, and Slough in their all blue away kit. And a lovely sunny afternoon in South East London, that's what we like. And a good number of crowds so far enjoying the far hand side. And someone's turning around and shouting some stuff. I don't know what's going on there. But the mascot just coming off there. And we're just well, just to go through a few announcements on the tannoy system. There's highlights being filmed here as well this afternoon, so you will get to see highlights of this game at a later date. Slough are going to swap sides, much to the amusement of the Slough fans who'd encamped behind the goal to our left. It looks like Welling maybe like to shoot that way first half, and Slough maybe won the toss and decided to go the opposite way, so they're shooting down the slope towards the Slough fans who've already in place. This makes a change for them not to have to walk all the way around. So we are just waiting for the referee to get this game underway here this afternoon, as Welling go into a little huddle on the centre circle line. And it's Welling that will have the kick-off here this afternoon. Slough fans just manoeuvring themselves along a little bit to go behind the goal properly. And it's all in the eyes of Mr. Atkins to get today's game underway. As I don't know what he's waiting for. It's a bit late, kicking off already. And there you go, that's it. And Welling here with the ball, with the midfielder Jeb, spreads it out on the left-hand side to Banya. Banya with the ball down the field over the top here, and Hollis has to come along with the header in towards Lee Togwell, finds Sam Togwell, ball out to the left-hand side, but that'll be easily taken here by Gibbons, and Gibbons go all the way back to the goalkeeper, Wilkes, for his touch of the ball. And he's trying to get his side. You can hear a lot of shouting. We're right above the home dugout here at the moment, and Manny Williams just chases that ball down, goes straight out, and it's straight out of play for a throw to Slough. And George Wells on this left-hand side scored his first goal this afternoon, Tuesday. Gets the ball back from James Dobson, puts the ball high into the centre. Oh, it comes off the head there, trying to find Warren House. Just beaten to the ball by Banya. Banya gets a bit of a run down that left-hand side. Warren House is still in contention. Played back here towards Mendy. Mendy's ball in. It's going to be played on the far-hand side. It's kept here by Goldberg. Back out towards Banya. Little ball in. Goldberg has to stretch to keep hold of the ball. Looking for a free kick and wins the first foul of the afternoon here. And it's a free kick to Welling United. Roughly around about 23-24 yards away from goal. The two centre-backs in Ordell and Hill have come forwards for this. And it's a free kick a couple of feet away from the tram line on the far-hand side. And it's going to be Jeb that will take this free kick. Two-man wall for the Rebels here this afternoon. And Slough with some defending to do in these first early stages of this game here. Waiting for Jeb to take this free kick. Played in. Headed goal. And it's a goal already to the home side. It's scored by Adam Coombs. And Slough are behind with the first effort of the game. And a free header for Coombs, who just rises at the near post. Heads the ball past it. No one on the line for the Rebels. And Slough are behind in the first 2 minutes of the game. Adam Coombs with the goal, and that is not how the Rebels would have wanted to start, but they have. Good afternoon to Mike O'Loughlin, Paul Hazel, David Randall, Bald Raven, Tequila Shark and Miles Reardon. Unfortunately not the best of starts for the Rebels. First attack there. And Slough are behind already, and Coombs, the goal scorer, slowly making his way back here. But it's the Slough fans making the noise behind the goal here. And ball back here with George Wells. Played over the top here, looking for the run of Warren Harris, and he can't get to the ball. Shielded there by Lookall. And it's not the best of starts for the Rebels, but the Slough fans are in good voice behind the goal. So that's the main thing. And it's a throw on the far hand side to come in from Banya on that. Oh, Poor throw by him. It's actually Coombs who retrieves the ball and holds off the challenge of Warren Harris and spreads it here to Gibbons, the right back. Gibbons urged to bring the ball forward here. Plays this one here. Straight out of play though, and Slough will just taken quick throw here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal, who launches the ball down the field here. Headed away by Hill. They'll go straight out of play for another throw to the Rebels, just on the halfway line here. But it's Wells with the throw, trying to find Stevens. So a mistake there in the defence, and Hill will try and see that out. Manny Williams will chase the ball down, but it comes off. That's a corner in the end. It is a corner worked there by Slough. Won by Manny Williams. And Slough have a chance to get a corner in. James Dobson will be the player that comes across to take this one. Mark Nisbet and Sam Togwell are forwards for this for the Rebels. Can they get an equaliser? Quickly here, it'll be an out-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Warren Harris just making a run to the edge of the box. And it's played in towards where the goalkeeper's underneath it, gets it away, claws it from underneath his own bar. Buster bouncing around in the box. Lee Togwell trying to go for it. It comes off the hand of Lee Togwell for a free kick to Welling United in the penalty box there. And a foul by the little midfielder on the right back Gibbons. It's a free kick to Welling United inside their own box. So quite a hectic start. And the Slough fans making a lot of noise. They're really behind their team this afternoon. Just camped in the glorious sunshine here. But Slough currently 1-0 down to that early goal. And they've got to be look a little bit livelier here this afternoon. Welling are a very tall outfit. They really are. They haven't got the best of home records. And the ball played in. Won by Lee Togwell for Slough. Matt Stevens trying to get his first touch. Headed away though onto Warren Harris. In towards Manny Williams. Takes it on his chest but just overruns the ball. And it will fall on the left hand side to Legault. Legault coming down the ball over the top for Goldberg to chase. Hollis is there for Slough, who hooks it into down the line. It hits Warren Harris and comes towards Sean Fraser. Fraser's ball down the line. Mistake there by Banyard. Ball's with Manny Williams. Trying to find Lee Togwell. But it's one back here by Matt Stevens. In towards Sam Togwell. Spreading it to the left hand side. Trying to find James Dobson. Headed away though by Gibbons. And then two Welling players go for the same ball. Manny Williams trying to win it for Slough and does. Finds Warren Harris on the far hand side. Harris chased that down Legault. He's got Fraser here on the overlap. Fraser crosses in first. It's just over the top of all the Slough players. It's gone out of play for a goal kick, but Slough with a good spell of play down that left hand side. Welling have only lost once at home so far this season. They've played 5, won 3, drawn 1, lost 1. They do sit just 1 point above Slough in the league, but obviously that early goal has settled their nerves here at Parkview Road as we wait for Wilkes to take this goal kick here, and slips as he plays it in, looking for the goal scorer Coombs over the head of everyone, and Nisbet sees it out of play for a throw to Slough, and it'll be George Wells who will take this throw for Slough. It's waiting for a bit of movement down the line here and looking for Stevens. Comes all the way through to Hill. Hill with the clearance up the field, headed on by Guy Hollis. It's one there in towards Keenan, their leading goal scorer. Played in 1-2 here. A little play through, and Coombs is way offside there and takes a shot wide. And the Welling manager in front of us telling the lino that it wasn't him that was offside, it was both offsides. It didn't make no difference. It's an offside there against Welling United, and Slough have a free kick. And so you're picking up a little bit of the management coaching here. Hopefully there's no rude words as Jack Turner takes his free kick for Slough. Ball played out on the far hand side, looking for Warren Harris. Heads the ball into the centre, trying to find Williams. Williams with the header, finding Lee Togwell. A little cushion header out here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser back in towards Lee Togwell. Under pressure, and Slough have been put under pressure here by a hard-working Welling side. Ball comes out here towards George Wells. Wells going to chip it back over here, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Mistake there by Ball Bagno. It comes into the centre. Slough can't get to the end of the ball. It's Jeb with the ball here, under pressure from Sam Togwell, and finds Gibbons. Gibbons, the right back, plays it. Great driving challenge from Sam Togwell. Blocks the ball. Out of play for a throw to the home side, but Slough pushing Welling back here at the moment. And Slough maybe having the slightly better of the play, but still one down here at Park View Road. So we're waiting for this throw to come in from Welling United. The right back will take this roughly level with his 18-yard box. Played it in. It's going to be a free header for George Wells. Warren Harris trying to turn. Headed away here by Ordell. Comes out though to Warren Harris. Little ball inside finds Lee Togwell. He'll spread it back here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser being closed down by Legault. Played in looking for Stevens. Cleared away. Togwell wins it back. Lee Togwell for Slough. Into the centre. Play the ball out on the left hand side. First time for Dobson to get the ball, but he's offside on the far hand side. And that'll be a free kick to Welling United. So we're coming up to 9 minutes here. And Welling take it in totally the wrong place. And they'll get the chance to retake that one. But for those of you just joining in, SS says, have they scored already? Unfortunately, they scored in 2 minutes. You were missing it a little bit there. A header from a free kick from the first effort of the game. And it's Wilkes that will take this free kick here for Welling United. And good crowd here this afternoon as Wilkes plays it down the line here, looking for the goal scorer Coombs. Well won by Wells, only as far as Jeb. Jeb gets it stolen off him by Dobson, and then ball falls into the path of Lee Togwell. Trying to thread it out here to Manny Williams. Manny Williams is onside, but it just runs past him, and the goalkeeper gets the ball inside his penalty box and picks the ball up there. And Slough just playing down the slope here this afternoon. Ball's in the hands of the goalkeeper, Wilkes. He's being told by the referee to hurry up and play the ball down. He's had it in his hands for quite a while. Then skies the ball up in the air here, and it's won by Lee Togwell. Comes off his head, spreads out a play for a throw to Welling, just a few feet inside the Slough Town half. And it'll be the left back Banya that goes across to take this throw here, trying to find Legault. And Legault is adjudged to have fouled Sean Fraser. I think actually it mostly was the other way round. But it's a free kick here for Slough, taken quickly by Jack Turner, finding Dobson. Oh, Dobson just can't control it. It's a little bit behind him. And out of play for a throw to Welling United, taken by the right back Gibbons, in towards Jeb. Gibbons with the ball down the field. Hollis comes across and just skies that one over the main stand here. And out of play for a throw. Slough defensively not been as strong as they were on Tuesday evening. We're just waiting for a football to come in. As we're just waiting for Gibbons, the right back, to take this throw here. Looking for the goal scorer Coombs. Little cushion header finds Kearney. One back by Wells, but only as far as Gibbons. Back here towards Jeb. Jeb trying to find it in, and Gibbons is offside. And it's a free kick to Slough. And Slough not taking it. And the referee's just going to come across here to have a word with Gibbons. Oh, he's giving him a yellow card. Well, that, I've got to say, is one of the craziest things I've seen in quite a long time. It was kick the ball away. Nonchalantly kicked the ball away, did Gibbons, and he gets the first yellow card of the game for something stupid, really. And he's now on a knife edge with. He's got to mark James Dobson for the rest of the game. Turner with this free kick here, headed on by Warren Harris, trying to find Manny Williams. It's held up by Ordell. Plays it back out here towards Banya. Banya's ball in towards the goal scorer Coombs. Shaken off the ball by Lee Togwell, but Togwell is adjudged to have fouled, and the referee is having a bit of a strange game this afternoon, just to say the least. It's a free kick here though for Welling United, just a few feet inside their own half. Ordell takes it quickly, finding Legault. Legault lets it run and skips past the challenge of Fraser, then gets to the byline, keeps the ball in. It's cleared by Nisbet. Comes to Manny Williams. Manny Williams' little header here, finding Lee Togwell. Togwell just has to hold the ball up here against the tall Mendy, who just sees the ball out of play for a throw to Welling United. And Legault just showing his pace down that left-hand side. Skip past the challenge with a dummy of Sean Fraser. Then skip past the lunging challenge of Hollis to get the ball in, but Nisbet had cleared. Ball back out here towards Banya. Plays it back into Ordell. Ordell plays it in, won by the goal scorer Coombs. Holds the ball up in towards Jeb. Jeb trying to find Gibbons. Plays it in here. Gibbons down this near hand side. Tells go. Skips past one. Plays it in. Jack Turner with a great save for Slough. He really should have just played it across the goal. And now Slough on the counter attack here with Dobson down the left hand side. Ball in. Manny Williams gets into the box. Williams, he puts it over the top of the bar. Williams comes in on a lovely little ball, evades 2 challenges, with the goalkeeper coming out, looks to shape it over his body, but instead lifts it high and over the top of the bar. And that was a golden chance for Slough to get back in this game, just after they'd just seen Welling waste a golden chance to take a 2-goal lead, but Gibbons taking the wrong idea. This is becoming an end-to-end game here at the moment at Parkview Road. Still 1-0 though to Welling as it stands. But we're coming up to 13.5 minutes play. This game is coming to be a bit of a clacker. Oh, flicked on here for Goldberg. Goldberg trying to come through, cuts inside past 1, takes a shot, and blazes it over the top of the bar. And someone needs to have a word with the defences here, because both sets of defences are absolutely terrible. That was a simple flick on there by Coombs, the goal scorer. Goldberg comes in, skips past the challenge of Nisbet, and Slough are living dangerously. That could have been goal number 3. It could be 3-2 here at the moment. Turner, long ball down the field here, trying to find Warren House, headed away. The ball will come to Legault, just inside his own half. That's time to hold, turns it up in towards Goldberg. Goldberg, the ball played through by Mendy for Legault to chase down the left-hand side. Keeps the ball in by the corner flag. Up against Fraser here. Gets across into the near post. Nisbet heads it away. Ball bouncing around. Oh, what a challenge by Sam Togwell, blocking the goal-bound effort. Here with Lee Togwell, finding Dobson. Dobson can't keep it in. Oh, he does keep it in. And Stevens is onside. Oh, he's offside. He was offside. That is the right decision there for Slough. Stevens, Dobson did really well to keep the ball in there, but Dobson kept the ball in. Stevens was just a little bit offside. But if you're a defender, you would be wondering what's going on here. The defences of both sides are absolutely rubbish. And it's a free kick here to Welling United. It's going to be taken by the midfielder Jebb. Plays the ball down the line here, looking for Coombs. Coombs up against Wells. Wells wins a header and leaves it for Dobson. Wells plays the ball down the top, looking for the run of Manny Williams. Williams trying to get both sides of Orndale, but Orndale, he makes a mistake, and it means that Manny Williams let in. He's on his own. Plays it into Stevens. Stevens takes it across, runs, it's blocked, comes out, and it's cleared by Welling United. This game is end to end. It's going to be played in here towards Keenan. Keenan turns, skips past the challenge, finds Legault down the left hand side. Legault runs down this near hand side, keeps the ball in just on the byline, looking to try and ease a little bit of space out. Oh, Jebb's gone down injured inside the box. The ball comes through, and Sean Fraser lunges in. Jebb has just gone down on his own. He just went down, no one near him, just went down inside the penalty box and just went down slowly. The game will start with a throw, but oh my word, it looks as though both sets of teams have got a back four from a Subbuteo set. I've never seen so many players just stand still and get called out so easily. Slough are diabolical at the back. They're not helped by the fact that Welling United are poor at the back. And if this game finishes 1-0, I will, if I had a hat, I'd eat it, because it's just very strange here. The Welling management team here having a word with the linesman down this near hand side, and I think they're just trying to explain to Gibbons why he got the yellow card there earlier. Good afternoon to New Hope Sarah. Well done, New Hope. And it's just a break in play here while Jebb gets some treatment on the far hand side. We'll try and give you some scores from other games around as well. We do try and keep you up to date with those. But this is a crazy game of football here at Parkview. And maybe this October sun is just clouding people's skills here. Jebb is back to his feet, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to continue. No, there's no way he's going to be able to. No, they want a stretcher for him. That's not a good sign here for Jebb, the Welling midfielder. They're calling for a stretcher here at the moment. He just can't walk off. There's no one near him when he went down. It's a strange injury here, but are they going to get a stretcher? No one's getting a stretcher here for him at the moment. He clearly can't continue to play here. A bit of an upset in one of the games here. It's Wealdstone 2, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0 as the latest score for you. We'll just try and find you some other latest scores for you from the other games in the National League South. Obviously there's no Premier League or Championship this afternoon. Big day of FA Trophy games though being played this afternoon. So from the National League South, it's 0-0 in most of the games apart from St Albans 0, Bath City 1. And we've got the world's slowest steward coming on to help with take him off. You would have thought they would have got Stuart from the other end. It's Truro 0, Hemel Hempstead 1, Wealdstone 2, Hampton and Richmond Borough 0. If you're looking at football web pages, it says Welling 0, Slough 1. That is incorrect, obviously. It is Slough 1, Welling 0, and it's 0-0 between all the other games. So, but don't trust I think they almost dropped him there. But Jack Jebb is coming off on a stretcher, and he's getting a warm round of applause from both sets of fans here as the stricken midfielder comes off. Just went down in the penalty area though. He's got a towel over his legs here, but the midfielder comes off, and that's a bit of a loss for Jebb, who's made quite a lot of the goals for Welling United this season. Getting a warm round of applause as he comes past our main stand here, and not a sight that you'd like to see in football at all. And that's going to be the first substitution of the game here for Welling United. Coming on is number 15, who is David Ajaya for Jack Jebb. Ajaha, I believe is how they're pronouncing it here. So David Ajaha is the player coming on, and a little 3-minute stoppage of play there. I think Slough are going to throw the ball back to Welling United. So Guy Hollis standing over the throw on the far hand side when the game starts. I'm not sure if it is, or maybe it's if it is going to be just a contested throw here, but we'll see when it comes in on the far hand side. But Hollis with this throw gets the game back underway. It's normal play. Comes over the head here. Stevens trying to get a touch to it. Does get a touch but can't keep it in place. Gone out of play for a throw to Welling United on the far hand side. And it's the left back Banya who goes in. Ajay has just gone straight into the midfield position. And the throw comes in. It's come off Coombs, and it finds Dobson for Slough. Dobson just lets it run across his body. Little pass inside here towards George Wells. Wells goes and plays it out fast to Fraser, the right back. Fraser just lets the ball, or gives the ball away to Coombs, and Slough are playing poorly here. Ball on the far hand side for Legault. Legault comes to the edge of the box, shoots from distance. Oh, and he hits the crossbar with a scintillating shot from the edge of the box. And a mistake by Sean Fraser giving the ball to Coombs inside the centre. And Slough are just, honestly, the back four here today are they're at 6s and 7s. It's really poor from the Rebels this afternoon. All of the back four are making mistakes here, and Slough are lucky to only be one goal down. Ball played out by Turner, flicked on here by Dobson, hits Stevens on the corner where Williams is first to the ball. Gibbons shields off the challenge from Dobson, finds Keenan caught there by Togwell, and that's a free kick for that. And then Dobson's going to get a yellow card for kicking the ball away, exactly the same as what Gibbons did. And you've got it's crazy. You've seen a player on the opposition do exactly the same. Why would you copy him and do exactly the same and get yourself a yellow card for no reason? It's very strange here. It's strange, but both sides have got a yellow card for kicking the ball away. It's just ridiculous. At this level of football, you should know a lot better. The free kick comes in here from Wilkes, too close to the goalkeeper Turner, and Slough trying to go on the attack quickly here, trying to find Stevens down the right hand side. Stevens keeps the ball in up here against Banya. Got Harris on the overlap if he needs him. Little ball comes in here towards Lee Togwell. Back outside now to Sean Fraser. Fraser down the right, gets a 1-2 here with Warren Harris, but good defending by Banya. Plays it off Fraser, and that'll be a throw to the home side. Deep inside there own half. Mendy gives the ball back to Banya, closed down by Williams, who plays it straight out of play, and Slough have a throw right by the 18-yard box. And I've got to say that the Welling fans behind the goal to our right have been very, very quiet. But it's the Slough fans making the noise. They're 1-0 down at the moment, but we're going to have a long throw come in here from Guy Hollis into the box. Ball played in, it comes off the head of Ordell, edge of the box. Warren Harris wins it towards Lee Togwell, shoots. It takes a deflection off the substitute Ajayi, and it's kept in by Wilkes, the goalkeeper. And he looks to get Welling United on the attack here, trying to find Keenan down this near-hand side, but Keenan will need a motorbike to get that, and he's not going to catch that. It's out of play for a throw to Slough. We've gone halfway past the midway point. Halfway past the midway point. Slough played it across the own back four again by Lee Togwell. Comes here towards Stevens, takes control, but Ajayi gets a touch to it. One back here by Sam Togwell, in towards Lee Togwell. Finds Dobson now on the left-hand side. Referee. The referee pulls it back for a foul when Slough would have been looking for an advantage. It's a free kick to Slough, just a few feet inside the Welling half. Played out to Warren Harris on the far hand side. Trying to get past Banya. Skips past him, plays it back into Stevens. He's closed down by Ordell. Ball bouncing well, and it's cleared by Banya. Ball over the top, but that will roll through to Jack Turner. And Goldberg chases it down, but it's here with Turner. Plays it back out, looking for Dobson. Dobson wins the flick on. Williams will try and keep that ball in, and does so by the byline. It's actually gone out of play though. Williams couldn't keep it in. It's out for a goal kick to Welling United. 1-0 is the score here as we approach 25 minutes. And it's the Slough fans making the noise. The Welling fans mostly don't even know who they are. I'm not sure they've ever been introduced to each other. But it's Slough 1-0 down, but Slough making all the noise at the moment here as we wait for Wilkes to take this goal kick. And again, plays it out to Coombs here on the near-hand side. Wells wins the header with a good header. Here towards Hill. Hill under pressure from Stevens. Hill does well to skip past the challenger Stevens. Plays it back in again. Wells ducks underneath it, and that ball will go out of play for a throw to Slough. And obviously Kiernan down the right-hand side is their leading goal scorer from... he scored 7 goals from midfield so far this season. He's their main outlet down this right-hand side. Wells takes the throw, comes off the foot of Gibbons towards Legault. Legault takes a lovely little controlled touch. Togwell wins it. Lee Togwell wins it for Slough. Here towards Sean Fraser, back towards Turner in the Slough goal. He plays the ball down the field, over the head of Warren Harris. It's headed away. Lee Togwell tries to get there. Hollis heads it on and finds Warren Harris just inside his own half. Heavy touch by him. And Legault tries to get it, but it's one back by Slough, but again Mendy just sticks the leg out and Legault brings it out, then gets fouled there by Guy Hollis. That should be a yellow card, and Legault has gone down injured here. A poor challenge by Guy Hollis, and I can't understand. Legault's just down injured here at the moment. Surely the referee's got to look at him and say get some treatment. Legault's just down injured. Why is the referee not getting treatment to a player? So Slough got to be careful because it's a free kick, and just get some instructions. And Legault's rolling around on the floor, gets up and doesn't want treatment. So it's going to be a free kick here to Welling. It's around about 10 yards inside their own half. Legault has just been laying on the floor, totally injured and not being able to move. Gets up to take the free kick. And it's going to be Legault to take this free kick. Slough with some defending to do. They've already conceded from one set piece here this afternoon. And Legault puts this one straight out of play and straight in. Maybe that's because he was injured and couldn't take the shot there. But it's goal kick here for Slough, taken quickly by the Rebels, trying to find Stevens. Comes off the back of his head, and it's hooked on by Banya. Hollis with the header away for Slough. Mendy will try and win it back for Welling United. Sean Fraser gets a head to it, but goes straight out of play for a throw to Welling on the far-hand side. And Banya, the left-back, will take it a few yards inside the Slough half. Played in towards Coombs, the goal scorer. His header is won by Ajayi in towards Mendy. Mendy finding Ordell, the skipper for Welling United. Plays it across here towards Hill. Again chased down by Manny Williams, who's working hard. Wilkes for the goalkeeper. The clearance down the field here, and Slough pedalling backwards. It will come through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal on the edge of his penalty area, and he launches the ball straight back down the field here, trying to find Warren Harris. Oh, it comes off the head of Banya, and Warren Harris will just let that go out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's a long throw again to come in for Slough. And I'm not being funny, but I think somewhere in the National League guidelines it says that managers must wear either training kit or a suit. I don't think the Welling manager is in anything like that. Slough just wasted the ball on the far hand side. Their throw has been won by Lagulu, who's fouled by Dobson. And it'll be a free kick to the home side. I'm not sure how the manager can get away with wearing that, but he's basically wearing just tracksuit bottoms and a casual t-shirt, really. Long-sleeved t-shirt, but there you go. Maybe I just not read the rule book properly. Wilkes with this long free kick, headed away by Nisbet, headed on by Coombs, the goal scorer, in towards Mendy. Mendy plays the ball in towards Keelan. Keelan they're trying to turn inside the box, and Wells tries to be played in. His shot is blocked. It hits Hollis, and then Wells clears it here for Williams to chase. Williams tries to get there, comes off field last. He plays it back towards the goalkeeper. Stevens will chase it down, and Wilkes just leans back and plays it straight out of the ground. And it's going to be a throw to Slough. I'm not sure what the two Slough joint managers are saying, but they're obviously not happy with the Slough back four at the moment. And Slough will have a throw here. It's a throw on this near hand side, taken quickly towards Dobson. Dobson turns his man well, plays the ball in here towards Stevens being manhandled, and that is a free kick to the Rebels. And now Slough have a chance to get a free kick from a decent position into the box. It's a central position. It's level with the left-hand tram line of the 6-yard box and round about 25 yards away from goal. Dobson and Manny Williams standing over this free kick for Slough. And it looks like Slough are going to just have a shot at target. Only two others in the box. It's going to be Sam Togwell that's standing. And Manny Williams has gone to join the wall, which I haven't got a clue why he's doing that when Manny's the smallest person in the world. But Sam Togwell and James Dobson standing over this free kick. You're going to say it's 26 yards away from goal, just in by where the wall is. It's a 4-man wall here for Welling United. And the referee blows for Slough to take. It's going to be left for Dobson. Takes a deflection in the box. And it's going to be given to the right back, who clears down the line here for Goldberg. Headed away by Nisbet towards Wells. Wells will chip the ball down the field. Hill with the volley away. Comes through to Sam Togwell back in position. Stevens tries to win the header. And there's an offside on the far hand side against Stevens. And it's a free kick here to the home side, who lead 1-0 as we approach 31 minutes gone now. And that goal on 2 minutes is it separates the two sides. But the last 10 minutes has seen the game just peed around a little bit. Otherwise it's been end to end here at Parkview Road. If you're a neutral, it's a great game, but I think you're a fan of Welling or Slough, you'd be a little bit concerned. Long ball played forwards here. Coombs is adjudged to have fouled. 6 of one of half a dozen of the other again, but somehow it's a free kick to one side. And it's going to be Turner to take the free kick for Slough. And it's Turner, a couple of feet outside of his penalty area with this free kick, aimed again here towards Dobson, over the head of Gibbons. Manny Williams will get onto the end of that ball, finds Dobson inside there and just overruns it. Ball breaks though to Williams, chips the ball in, it hits Keenan, and it's Ajaya with the clearance. The ball's blocked, it comes off the backside of Manny Williams and out for a goal kick to Welling United. So now just the Slough back four just aren't very vocal along with each other. You'd have thought that this would be the time that they would talk to each other and organise, but they're just letting this game go forwards, and it's a goal kick here for Welling United. And it's the goalkeeper Wilkes to take this for Welling. Again aimed here towards Coombs, headed away by Nisbet, flicked on though by Ajaya. Nisbet gets her second header, comes off the header Coombs. Dobson with the ball down the line. Gibbons is there first, And a foul by Sam Togwell and a free kick to Welling United just inside their own half. And Gibbons, the right back, will take this for Welling. It's slow here as we wait for Gibbons, who's already out of breath. Just taking his time here. Referee just urging him to get the free kick on. Plays it on the far hand side, looking for Hill at the back post. Ball bouncing around in the penalty area. Lee Togwell's the clearer for Slough and finds Stevens. Stevens gets it on his chest on the halfway line. It's got Warren Harris in helping for needs, but finds Sean Fraser. Oh, Fraser just overruns it and it goes back towards the goalkeeper Turner. Turner just chased down by Goldberg, plays the ball forwards. Pointless because Welling have got huge players in defence. And it's Ordale who wins a header, finds Kiernan. Kiernan just turns away inside the centre circle, chipping it over the back line here, looking for Goldberg. Turner has to come out of his box to clear and clears long. And Stevens will chase this one down to the box and Wilkes gets there first and gets it before Stevens. And safely taken by the goalkeeper here. Sun looks like it's just going in a little bit. Not as bright as it was here earlier in the day. But still that early goal. Wilkes just throws the ball outside of his box and clears it down the field looking for Coombs. Coombs will win a foot race to try and keep this ball in. Can't keep it in and it's now to play for a throw to Slough deep inside their own half. So Slough to take this throw. It's going to be George Wells who will take it. And it's thrown on here by Wells, trying to find Manny Williams. Little ball inside, finds Lee Togwell. Togwell looks up, spreads it across here towards Sean Fraser. Fraser brings it in, little touch inside towards Warren Harris. Back in towards Lee Togwell, filling in as right back. Fraser's continued his run, and Slough go back to their goalkeeper, Turner. So plays the ball forward. Sam Togwell just, kind of controls it. It's volleyed forwards here by Hollis, trying to find Dobson. Oh, Dobson just skips past the challenger Kiernan. Has the ball at his feet, coming across the midfield, trying to play a little ball through. He gets it blocked by Mendy, but it comes out here towards Lee Togwell. Togwell inside to Dobson. Dobson 30 yards away from shoot. Shoots from distance, and it's well high and wide of the goal. That's bounced all the way down. I think you'll find the M25 is at the end of that, so the ball boy's got a long way to go to get that one. But there you go. Maybe some local person in Welling United will go and fetch that ball for the ball boys here. As we've got 10 minutes. There'll be a good 2-3 minutes of added time on for the injury to Jack Jebb, but we're into the last 10 minutes of this first half. It's Welling 1, Slough need the goal coming on 2 minutes, and I think Slough fans trying to say to the referee here that Wilkes is taking his time with these goal kick, and again just plays it here. It's come through. It's a foul there. It's a bit of a sandwich on Dobson. It's a free kick to Slough, and it's George Wells that will take it. It's a foot inside here. Coombs is not walking back, and the referee's having a word with him. And Coombs, the goal scorer, being told off by the referee, not retreating 10 yards. Wells to take this free kick for Slough, aimed in towards the box. It's bouncing around, hits Ordell on the head, and it comes through to Sam Togwell on the edge of the box. Finds Hollis back towards Lee Togwell, chips the ball in. Nisbet tries to get there, comes to the back post. Williams tries to get there first, and Wilkes gets there and bravely saves at the feet of the Slough man. And it's the end of that attack for the Rebels, and Wilkes will just wait for his team to get further up the field. And rolls the ball out this time here towards Gibbons, the right back. Plays it in here, and Slough try and win it back, and they'll won it back with Dobson here towards Nisbet. Nisbet in towards Wells. Wells just overruns it. It comes off Wells from Kiernan, and it's a throw to Welling United. Taken quickly by Gibbons, trying to find Goldberg. It's Nisbet who gets there first, and Kiernan lets the ball roll out of play for a throw. And again, Gibbons is the player that takes it, finding Coombs, the goal scorer. Back here towards Gibbons. Gibbons ball inside. Oh, well dummied by Nisbet. Lets it run through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And just bear with me for a second. Got a problem with the headphones. Long ball played forwards there by Turner, but it's gone all the way out of play for a goal kick to Welling United. So Slough just conceding that early goal, put them on the back foot here, but they've had maybe the better of the play, but maybe not the better of the chances here so far. It's Ebbsfleet 1, Torquay United 0. Hungerford are 1 up against Dulwich Hamlet. Ball been won by Lee Togwell. Ordale with a volleyed clearance here for Welling, finding Legoul on the far hand side. Legoul turning away, finding Banya. Banya with the ball forwards, looking for the opposite run. Hollis has to come through. Legoul has the ball here on the left hand side, knocking it past Warren Harris, skips past him, gets across in. It's cleared by Guy Hollis, and Slough under real pressure down that left hand side. Legoul's been mostly the star player for this Welling side, causing loads of trouble down that left hand side. But it'll be a throw on the far hand side for Welling, level with the 18-yard box. It didn't actually go out there, but the referee's given a bit of space to do with that one. Ball goes straight out of play. It's gone out for a corner actually, and that's the first corner of the game for Welling United. And Legoul will go across to take this. Slough with some defending to do here. And Ijay has been called back, but Mendy, Ordale and Hill have gone forwards. Ordale's actually their second leading goal scorer for Welling. So Slough with some defending to do here, as this outswinging corner will be played in by Legoul. Played in. Great header away by Nisbet. Comes out here towards Keenan. He keeps the play alive on the right hand side. Tries to get into the box. Skips past the challenge. Gets the ball in. It's Warren Harris this time with the clearance. Only as far as Mendy. Mendy back in here towards Keenan. Keenan again. Tricks and turns. Gets the break into the box. Shoots. And blaze it straight over the top of the bar from a really good position. Played it inside. Just couldn't keep it down. And a shot by Welling's leading goal scorer goes high and over the top of the bar, and it's out of play for a goal kick to Slough. And Jack Turner will take this goal kick for the Rebels. And played forward here, looking for Stevens. Comes off the head of Warren Harris. Stevens gets bundled, and another free kick here. Silly foul by Ordale to give away. Taken quickly by Warren Harris, who plays it in. And it's a block by Banya, means it's a corner to the Rebels. And it's James Dobson who's going to go across to take this corner. This will be an in-swinging corner for Slough. So the free kick lead. The referee letting a lot of things go here this afternoon. Not been the greatest performances by Mr. Atkin. But it's an in-swinging corner here for Slough. Can they get back into this game with this set piece? The wind just picks up a little bit here at Parkview Road. As Dobson plays it in with a bit of pace. Great ball in. Stevens with the flick on. And it's a good little flick header, but just goes over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. And the Slough fans have refound their voice now on this far hand side. But there you go. Feel free to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio. My name is Aid. You can contact us on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio, or via the little comments chat room on the YouTube thingamajiggy. I don't know what you call it. Free header for Nisbet. Finds Williams. Williams little side ball inside towards Togwell. Back here towards Williams. Takes off the challenge. Slough looking for a free kick that wasn't played on. Nisbet wins the header back. Mendy then heads it back on. Wells for Slough with the header away. Free touch for Ordale, who chips the ball forwards for Coombs. Coombs down the right hand side. Plays it in. It comes off Wells for a corner to Welling United. And I think it's taken 42 minutes for the Welling fans to make a little bit of noise. And it's going to be again Legoul that will take this corner. Legoul with an in-swinging corner this time for Slough. Keenan makes a run towards the near post. Bit of pushing and shoving inside the box. Played in, headed away by George Wells. It will come here towards Stevens. Stevens heads it across to Wells. Wells being urged to play it forwards here towards Manny Williams. Williams up against Gibbons. Back in towards Wells. Plays it in first time. Ajaya's got all the time in the world though. Plays it in. It's one back though by Sam Tugwell. He just gives the ball away to Ordale. Finds the left back Banya. Banya being urged to run forward with the ball. Travels good 30 yards with the ball. Plays inside towards Goldberg. Goldberg chipping the ball forwards for Coombs, and he's offside. And it's a free kick to the Rebels. And strange thing. I did say that if this game finished 1-0, I'd eat a hat that I haven't got, but honestly don't understand how it is still 1-0 so far this afternoon, but that's the current score. We've got a couple of minutes of time before half time. Ball played in here looking for Dobson. Comes off the head of Hill. Williams in a foot chase here with Gibbons. Gibbons does well to get there first and find Goldberg. Goldberg takes it on his chest, but Wells nicks it off him and then just runs straight into a couple of challenges, and it's taken off his foot by Mendy in towards Legault. Legault just skips past the challenge of Fraser, and now Legault goes down the left-hand side, breaks into the edge of the box. Turner comes out. It doesn't matter. He's put it wide of the goal. It looked as though Coombs and Kiernan were just waiting for the ball to roll in the back of the net. They didn't take a touch. All they had to do was put a touch on the ball. It would have been 2. They let the ball run thinking it was going in. It's wide of the goal. And that really, really should have been 2-0 to Welling United. And Legault again, the player causing the problems on that right-hand side. And it's Slough with the ball played on by Warren Harris. Looked on looking for Stevens. Stevens gets goal side of Ordell. Breaks into the box. Got clipped there. And it's gone out for a corner. That looked like if Stevens had gone down, he might have won a penalty there. Just got a little touch there. And it's a corner to Slough. It's going to be Dobson to take it again on that far hand side. So it's in swinging corner. The linesman just indicating that there'll be 4 minutes of added time on the first half here. A bit of pushing and shoving going on in the box, which the referee is having a word with the players concerned. As the double-decker bus just goes past, those people, everyone on the top deck of that bus is looking at the game as it pulls up at the bus stop. Dobson with the ball in, too close to the goalkeeper, Wilkes. And that's an easy claim there by the goalkeeper. And we're heading into that added time now. So it's balls bouncing around here. It's going to come out here towards Warren Harris, just inside the Welling half. Plays it here, looking for the run of Stevens, and it runs all the way back though to Wilkes in the goal. 4 minutes of added time to be, which we're into here now. And Wilkes, the goalkeeper, has the ball in his hand. And the Welling manager issuing instructions here. Ball will be played in. One by Nisbet. His header will go across there, and it's won by Warren Harris, but he has to come back and clear the ball down the line, looking for Stevens. Stevens gets a touch, flicking it on, trying to find Sam Togwell. It's Ordell with the header. He just heads it right up in the air. Stevens heads it on towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell now up against Banya on the far hand side. Banya cuts inside, plays it off Sam Togwell. It's out of play for a throw to Welling United, about 10 yards away from the corner flag inside their own half as we're into this added time here. It'll be Banya that takes the throw on the far hand side. Don't forget, we do have a half-time quiz for you. I know you love the half-time quiz. And we'll give you the scores from around the other games as well. There's Banya's throw. That looked like a foul throw, but it's here towards Coombs, back in towards Banya, who clears, trying to find Kiernan. So Nisbet, who gets a touch to the ball for Slough. Williams trying to win the header. Come back out towards Sam Togwell. Finds Dobson. Dobson 30 yards away from goal. Chipping the ball into the box. Ordell heads it across. And Gibbons heads it away. Comes here towards Legault, playing in a central position. Takes on a couple of players. Plays it here towards Gibbons. Gibbons stands on the ball. Clears the ball. And it's headed away by Hollis. Only as far as Ordell, just skies it up into the sunny blue sky. Surely that's a foul, referee. And the referee just letting a lot of hard challenge. Ball runs through, almost runs through there to Kiernan, but it comes through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner plays it deep down there, looking for Warren Harris. Won by Banya, only as far as Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell just plays a little ball in towards Harris, who gets clutched by a couple of players. And Fraser sells himself short, and Legault can bring the ball away here but overruns it, and Nisbet's there first for Slough. Then gets tackled by Mendy. Ball over the top here for Goldberg to chase. Goldberg up against Turner, and Turner's there first for Slough. Only as far as Kiernan, comes off his chest, but he keeps the ball in play. And down this left-hand side, Dobson gets his foot in and wins it back here and finds Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell ball inside towards Manny Williams. Williams holds it up well here towards Nisbet. Nisbet over the top, looking for the run of Sam Togwell. What's he doing up there? Ordell comes across to clears. It'll be a throw though to the Rebels in these added seconds of the first half. And Guy Hollis is going to come across and put a long throw into the box here for Slough. Roughly at the 25 yards away from the goal. And Hollis to take this long throw for Slough. And plays it into the box. Bouncing around, comes to the edge of the box. LeGaul gets there first before Lee Togwell. And LeGaul runs down this right-hand side. So Togwell staying with it, but looks up, playing it in here towards Coombs. Coombs trying to get there first. And he does get there, holds the ball up, plays it out here towards Kiernan. Kiernan now gets to the edge of the box, trying to cut inside. Up against Wells, still running with the ball. Plays it, looking for goal. And he shapes the ball to try and curl it into the bottom of the net, but curls it well wide of the goal. And that should be the last part of the first half here. As Jack Turner scoots across to go and take the goal kick. And it's going to be Turner to come across. The Welling fans making their way round. They've been very quiet with the Welling fans. And that is the half-time whistle here at Parkview Road. It's Welling 1, Slough Town 0. The goal coming on 2 minutes from the first attack of the game. A free kick given away by Slough. The ball played in by Josh Jebb, who played it in, and it was headed in by Coombs with a free header who rose highest just outside the 6-yard box. But Slough have done well after that. But it has been, for the first 25 minutes, an end-to-end game here at Parkview Road. And Slough were maybe lucky to be 1-0 down, but they have had their chances as well. But that is the half-time score here at Parkview Road. We will try and find you the latest scores for you from other games as well. I can tell you that Slough had 3 corners to Welling's 2, but Welling have had 7 efforts to Slough's 3. So there you go. So we've got a bit of a quiz with a difference for you this afternoon. Hopefully you can hear us over this horrible tannoy that's here. Miles Redding says, can hear someone barking. Is that the Welling manager? Barking orders is the polite way. Yes, Miles, it is the Welling manager, Steve King, who's the one shouting the orders down below us. We are above the home dugout. Right, quiz time. So feel free to get in contact with the answers for these. I've got to tell you that some of these are going to be very, very hard for you. So I'm looking at footballers who have been in TV adverts. Okay, so I'm going to start you off with a very, very easy question. Stuart Pearce, Gareth Southgate, and who featured in the pizza advert about England's performance in a tournament? So it was Stuart Pearce, Gareth Southgate, and who was the third person in that advert? Question 2. I might give you a clue a little bit before half time. Which England footballer advertised Chicken Tonight? You know the advert, I feel like chicken tonight, chicken tonight, chicken tonight. That one. Which England footballer featured in that one? Which Premier League side advertised Kagome tomato juice? So which Premier League side advertised Kagome tomato juice? Now, I wouldn't normally say this, but I ran these quiz questions past my other half last night, and she turned around and she said Chelsea. Let me tell you, the clue is in the fact that it's tomato juice, which is red. Where she got Chelsea from, I do not know, but there you go. The hardest one out of the whole lot for you. Which footballer was for a while the face of Iron Brew, or In Brew, for the Scottish of you out there? So which footballer was the face of In Brew? And then the final one, in the 1990s, which England forward appeared in a McDonald's advert where a kid tried to get his autograph 3 times but failed, but then finally got it when this said footballer walked into the McDonald's that he was working in. So that final one is which 90s England footballer appeared in a McDonald's advert about a kid trying to get his autograph. I will give you the answers just before half time. But feel free to come on to either Twitter or the chat room and give me your answers to those questions. I tell you what, I'd give you a prize if you can get the fourth one. I haven't got a prize to give you, but if I could give you a prize, I'd give you a prize. I tell you what, if you could do it without cheating, if you come up to me at the next home game, I'll buy you a beer. Not all of you, just whoever comes through first, maybe. We'll see how it goes. You've got to do it without cheating, though. That's the thing. We're going to give you the half-time scores from some of the other games in the National League South as well, so just bear with me for a second. I've got a really uncomfortable seat here in the press box. I'm sitting kind of like across two seats. Ashley Jennings is listening and he says, shout out to Michael Field, Simon's done granddad on his 77th birthday. So good. I'll do that again during the second half. But a shout out to Michael Field, who's Simon's done granddad on his 77th birthday. They're listening in Kent this afternoon. So we'll do those quiz answers for you later. And we'll run through some half-time scores in other games for you. So obviously there's no Premier League or Championship this afternoon. So here we go in the Sky Bet League 1. It's Accrington Stanley 1, Bradford City 0, AFC Wimbledon 0, Portsmouth 2. Its full-time score is Barnsley 3, Luton 2. It's Burton Albion 0, Bristol Rovers 0. Coventry City 0, Wycombe Wanderers 0. Fleetwood 2, Shrewsbury 0. Gillingham 0, Southend 0. Oxford United 1, Plymouth Argyle 0. Rochdale 0, Doncaster Rovers 1. And Scunthorpe 0, Peterborough United 0. Moving on to Sky Bet League 2. It's Cambridge United 0, MK Dons 1. Carlisle 0, Morecambe 2. Colchester United 1, Crawley 1. Crewe 1, Bury 0. Exeter 1, Swindon 0. Mansfield versus Grimsby is postponed. Newport County 1, Stevenage 1. Northampton Town 1, Forest Green 1. And Port Vale 0, Lincoln City 3. In the FA Trophy preliminary round, I'll just give you some ones that I've seen. Bedfont Sports 0, Whitstable Town 4. That's a half-time score there. Our friends down in Oxford, Didcot 2, Hertford Town 0. Greenwich Borough 0, Egham 1. Hayward Heath 0, Bracknell Town 2. Some Slough players in that side there. And there we go. See to the National League now. It's AFC Fylde 0, Maidstone 0. Bournemouth 1, Maidenhead United 0. Bromley 1, Barrow 0. Dagenham 1, Wrexham 1. Eastleigh 1, Aldershot 2. Harrogate Town 1, Dover 0. Havant and Waterlooville 0, Gateshead 0. Leyton Orient 0, Hartlepool 0. Salford 1, Braintree 1. And Solihull Moors 1, Ebbsfleet 0. We move into National League North, where it's AFC Telford 0, Chorley 0. Altrincham 3, Alfreton 0. Boston 1, Blythe Spartans 0. Bradford Park Avenue 0, Kidderminster Harriers 0. FC United 1, Darlington 1. Guiseley 1, Brackley 1. Leamington 0, Curzon Ashton 1. Southport 1, York City 1. Spennymoor 0, Ashton United 3. And Stockport County 0, Hereford 0. So the league that we're all after. These are your half-time scores. Spillericay 1, Gloucester City 0. Chippenham 1, Dartford 1. Eastbourne Borough 1, Torquay United 0. Hungerford 1, Dulwich 0. Oxford City 1, Concord Rangers 0. St Albans City 0, Bath 2. Truro City 0, Hemel Hempstead Town 1. Willstone 2, Hampton Richmond 1. It's Slough 1, Welling 0. And Woking 0, Chelmsford City 1. Those are your half-time scores for you. Just a reminder that upcoming games for the Rebels, they are away to Eastbourne Borough next Saturday in the fourth round of the FA Cup. And then the following Saturday after that, they are away to St Albans Town, or St Albans City, my apologies, that's what they're called. Don't forget that you can catch the supporters coach to Eastbourne Borough. It will leave St Joseph's School at 11:30, and that is next Saturday afternoon. So no one's entered our half-time quiz, so we'll still give you a couple of minutes. I'll give you a clue to number 2. The footballer that advertised Chicken Tonight is an Arsenal. He was at the time an Arsenal player, and I'll run through those answers for you very shortly. And just a reminder that if you our two sponsors are My Football Club, the online football club community, and you can find more about them at the Pachero website. So type in Pachero MyFC, and also Slough Town Supporters Trust, and feel free to have a look at the Supporters Trust details. They've got some new initiatives starting. They're going to sponsor an under-11s cup at Arbour Park, and there's also a donation of £5,000 left in the will of Slough Town supporter Dave Carpenter, who passed away near the end of last season, and he's left some money for the club to do some bits with that. So thank you to Dave Carpenter's family for allowing that. So please have a look at the Slough Town Trust website for the details on that. So still quite a sunny afternoon here in southeast London. Just see that the Slough Town players the subs are going through some shooting practice, although I think Josh Chapman's almost just hit a Welling United fan on the head there. He was quite lucky to dig that one out. Davies just takes one there to Josh Chapman in goal at the moment for the Rebels. So I don't look like Slough are going to look to make any half-time substitutions, and we do hope that Jack Jebb, the injured Welling player, isn't too badly injured. There was a Tannoy announcement there about turning the game round. I haven't got a clue what they're on about, but there you go. I can tell you though that Welling United are a very, very tall outfit here, and Slough have succumbed to a goal in the second minute from a set piece. Welling are a very tall. Even their substitutes are all tall. The only one isn't is the mascot, who's helping out. But Slough will have to be very wary during the second half of set pieces as they come through. I can just see the Slough general manager John Porter just walking past in a lovely light grey suit that he's wearing this afternoon. So there you go. So just a reminder, we've got several away games coming up. The first of which is on Saturday away to Eastbourne in the FA Cup. Then we're away the Saturday after to St Albans City, and then away after that on the Tuesday night, one of the few Tuesday games in this league, where we're away to Hemel Hempstead Town. So please put those dates in your diary, and if not, don't forget we will be here as well. So just leaving a little message on the chat room, just to make sure everyone's alive. I think they've all gone to sleep. That's what it is. So we're just waiting for the second half to see the chairman and his wife, Slough Town's chairman and wife, just walking past as well, enjoying the hospitality here at Welling United. When we got here late, I did actually need to use the toilet, but needed to get in position, so I still need a toilet. So bear that in mind during the second half, that I will be needing the loo. So just waiting for the two sides to come out for the second half here. There's the tannoy, which is really loud and annoying right by our ears here. Some of the games have started in the National League South already. Ours is still waiting for the two sides to come out here. There's the subs just warming up here. I thought for a minute there was a bird on the pitch, but it's a plastic bag. I thought it was... So Slough are coming out here for the start of the second half. Let's keep an eye out to see if there are any substitutions. So the Slough players make their way out for the start of the second half. Okay, so just bear with me for a second. I'm going to give you the answers to our halftime quiz in a second for you. So, as we come out to the start of the second half, so Stuart Pearce, Gareth Southgate and who were in the pizza advert? It was the other person that missed the penalty. It was Chris Waddle. Which Arsenal player advertised chicken tonight? It was none other than Ian Wright. Which Premier League side advertised Kagome tomato juice? It's a team in red. It's a Chinese, Japanesey thing. It's obviously Manchester United. The hardest one for you. Which footballer was the face of Iron Brew? The clue is in the question. It was the footballer that used to play for Ipswich, Jason Scotland. There you go. And which England striker appeared in the McDonald's advert in the 1990s about his signature? It was, of course, Alan Shearer. That is the answers for your halftime quiz. We're just waiting for the second half to start here at Parkview Road. There's no half-time substitution, so the two teams are for Welling United. Wilkes is 1, 2 Gibbons, 3 Banya, 4 Mendy, 5 is Hill, 6 Ordell, 7 Keenan, 9 Goldberg, 10 Coombs, 11 Agul and 15 is Ajaya. For the Rebels, it's Turner in goal, Fraser 2, Wells 3, Hollis 4, Nisbet 5, Lee Togwell 6, James Dobson 7, Sam Togwell 8, 9 is Williams, 10 Stevens and 11 Warren Harris. Waiting for the second half to start. So now we'll have the kick-off. And they're playing up the slope. And the referee just waiting for his two assistants to give the thumbs up on the far hand side for the second half to start, and now have the kick-off. And the ball played here looking for Stevens, hooked away by Ordell. Fraser's underneath it, heads it at Legault, it comes off him last, it's a throw to Slough. Hollis takes it quickly, trying to find Stevens. Ordell comes across, heads the ball out of play, and it's a throw for the Rebels. Level with the 18-yard box, and Slough will have the opportunity to put a throw into the... But when we get the ball, just taking the time to get the ball here, it's Hollis that's come across to take this throw. Level with the 18-yard box of the Welling half, and it looks like it'll be a long throw into the box here for Slough. Just waiting for a bit of movement, and the throw does come into the box. Headed through to Onid, comes through to Williams. Williams will keep the ball in. Plays it back here towards Hollis. Hollis chips it to the far side. Comes through to Dobson. Dobson with the equaliser! And Slough have got a goal back. It's James Dobson with his 6th goal of the season, 57 in total. And he volleys it in from around about 12 yards out. It's 1-1 here, and both the early goals have come at this far end to our right. It's Welling 1, Slough 1, and Dobson with the goal, a low-driven shot right into the bottom corner of the net. And it's good that Slough have started this second half on the front foot. They maybe got a bit of a rollicking during the half time for their first half performance, but it's Slough with that immediate response, and it's a little bit closer now for the Rebels. It's 3rd versus 5th. It's 1-1. Kick off here with Welling United. Ajaya back out here towards Gibbons. Gibbons with the ball down the field. It skips off the surface, and George Wells has to come across to make sure he gets there first before Coombs, the scorer of the first goal. And Wells brings the ball out, plays it out here towards Williams. Williams flicking it on towards Stevens. Stevens just can't control it, and it comes through here towards Ordell. Ordell plays it out there then, and Slough playing with the sun in their eyes. It's really come out for the start of this second half, but the ball runs through to Jack Turner in Slough goal. He plays it forward immediately, looking for Stevens, headed away by Gibbons. Jaya wins the header, but it's George Wells who wins it for Slough and finds Dobson back inside towards Wells. Wells just turns under pressure from Ajaya, finds Sam Togwell in towards Lee Togwell. Just gets a challenge there, and that's a poor challenge by Ajaya. It's a free kick to Slough in a central position, 25 yards away from goal. Proper central position. And Lee Togwell just feeling that one. He just, as he got tackled there, just fell on his ankle, but he seems to be fine. Dobson standing over this for the free kick. A good 25, maybe a little bit further, 28 yards out, I'd say, is the thing. The referee just let in Dobson place the ball before he marks out his 10 yards. And it's going to be the referee just marking out the thing. It's literally 30 yards away from goal because the wall is going to be just outside the 18-yard box. And standing over it is Sam Togwell and James Dobson. Dobson's got the wind blowing in his face here with this free kick. But the two standing over this for Slough. It's a 4-man ball here for Welling. It's going to be Togwell leaves it for Dobson. Dobson takes a touch and it takes a deflection just wide of the goal. And it's a corner for the Rebels. And Slough putting some pressure on start of this second half. Dobson, the player, going off across to take this corner. Out swinging corner here for Slough. And it's the Slough fans making the noise behind that goal. Dobson with this corner. Nisbet's come forwards for the Rebels. Waiting for a bit of movement. Nisbet runs to the near post. Still hasn't taken the corner yet. Slough with a bit of movement. Drilled in by Dobson towards Nisbet. He gets a bit of time at the back post to play back in. Looking for a handball. It's come back out. And now a break here for Welling United with Legault. Legault running down the centre. Skims it in. Wells just wins the ball. Great challenge by George Wells to win the ball back. Now chipping it out inside for Stevens. First real chance for Stevens. Comes around the edge of the box. Inside here up against Odell. Odell sticks the leg out. Wins the ball. Ball's here with Keenan up against George Wells. Wells sides and takes him down. It's a free kick to Welling United. And a free kick given away by George Wells. But some good defending by Wells just a minute before that as Welling looked to get on the attack there. Slough too busy appealing for a penalty. And if you can hear that, that is the Welling United manager inspiring his team. I don't know if that's what it is, but he's certainly not wearing the correct outfit for the sidelines, that's for sure. So there you go. So 1-1 here at Parkview Road. Slough the better of this second half. First 5 minutes, they've got the goal back that they wanted, and we take for Wilkes to take this ball. It's been played through. It's it looked like it was a foul by Mark Nisbet, but apparently the referee's given it the other way, and it's a free kick here to Slough. And the goalkeeper, Jack Turner, will be the player that comes across to take this one. A couple of subs warming up here for Welling United. Looks like one's going to come on very soon. And we're just waiting for Turner to take this free kick. It's catches in the wind, and Legault gets a free header here. On towards Goldberg. Goldberg up against Hollis, and Hollis just spreads it, heads it out of place. A throw taken quickly by Goldberg. Played in towards Banya. Banya little 1-2 with Mendy. Gets the ball back here down this right-hand side. Goldberg running down this near-hand side. Gets the cross in. Hollis stretches to get there and then hooks the ball clear for Slough. Now to play for a throw to the home side. Roughly about 15 yards inside the Slough half. It'll be the left-back Banya who will take this. Takes a quick throw in, and Sam Togwell gets her foot to it. It's one back here by Warren Harris. In towards Lee Togwell. Clearance hits Ordell. And Stevens tries to get there for Slough. It'll come through to Williams. Williams finds Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson trying to sprint past Gibbons on the far side. Gibbons stills him up well. And Dobson has to turn on the edge of the box. Cuts inside of him on the side. Clocks it in right footed. Or Ordell with a clearance away. It'll come out here towards Wells. Wells first to the ball, but its touch is poor. And Fraser gets sold short there and plays it as Legault skips past him. Fraser gets back into position, but Legault running down the left-hand side. Gets to the edge of the box, chips the ball towards the far post. Keenan's there for Welling, but Dobson hammers that all the way down the A210 the other way and smashes it out. But Dobson really made a lot of space there, ran from the edge of the box all the way back to his own byline in tracking Keenan, and it will be a throw to Welling United right by the corner flag on the far hand side. And Gibbons, the right back, is the player that goes across to take it. And I don't think he wants to take it from that close to the corner flag, but It wasn't there. Ball played in here towards Goldberg. Makes a little bit of space for himself with a turn. Played in, but it's picked up by Jack Turner, and Nisbet just got caught there as the ball came in and just pointed out to the referee that there was a foul, but the referee happy to let play continue into 7 minutes of the second half. It's Welling 1, Slough Town 1. Turner's ball isn't the best. It comes through to Williams, who's beaten to the ball by Hill. It's Lee Togwell who can't get there. Nisbet with the header on. Lee Togwell tries to get there. It's come off the head of Ajay. Wells heads the ball on and it comes through to Williams. Williams trying to hold the ball up. Mendy gets a touch to it. Hill just skies that one high into the afternoon air, and Dobson uses his body to get in front. He flicks the ball forward towards Stevens, takes it on his chest, and then being played back here and gives the ball away to Keenan. Keenan skipping past a couple of challenges, but Nisbet wins it for Slough and then finds Lee Togwell back here towards Dobson. Dobson's ball inside, not the best. It's hooked. Oh, Hill he's having he's just no one near him. He's just smashed that ball straight out of play when he had all the time in the world to play it anywhere, and he plays it out of play. Ball thrown in by Wells towards Togwell. It's won back by Ajay. Ajay is looking for someone to come and help, but he hasn't got anyone, and it's going to be a substitution here for Welling United. Coming on will be number 12, who is Danny Mills, and he will be replacing number 9, Brad Goldberg. So Goldberg coming off. Mills will go forward. Mills is actually the leading goal scorer for an attacker for Welling United with 3 goals. 3 goals. Bearing in mind that Keenan in midfield's got 7 and Ordell from centre-back's got 5. Not the most prolific. I'm quite surprised that they haven't... You get a striker in from Oxford City in Matty Patterson and you don't put him on the pitch. So I'm a bit surprised that he wouldn't be your first attacking substitution, but it's Mills that's on for Goldberg. And the throw will come in from Giddens. 10 yards inside the Slough half. Played in over the head. Hits Wells on the back of the head and comes out here towards Coombs. Coombs did the ball in towards Keenan. So now gets a touch to it. Back out here towards Keenan. In towards Coombs. We're playing it inside that play. Trying to make a bit of space here for Keenan to create. Create goes down the near hand side. Trying to turn, but it's Wells with the challenge. It comes off Wells last. It'll be a throw to Welling United right by the corner flag. Going to leave it for the right back Gibbons to come across to take. And it looks like he's trying to put a longish throw. Quick throw in here towards Keenan. And Slough let the ball run here. It will run through to Jack Turner in Slough goal. And it looked like the ball hadn't gone out of play, but it had. And the linesman's flag on the far hand side was very late going up. And it's a goal kick here to Slough. And Jack Turner just now the Welling fans in numbers behind that goal to our left. As Turner does that, Slough fans give him a round of applause for making a little bit of noise. Gibbons wins the header and it comes through to Mills, but his header only finds Fraser. Fraser trying to find Warren Harris, but it goes out of play for a throw to Welling United. 10 yards inside their own half. It'll be Banya to take this throw right in front of me. In towards Mills. Mills takes it on his chest. Wins a free kick for a foul by Warren Harris. And bearing in mind there's about a 2-foot difference in height between the two. It's a free kick here which they're going to leave for Wilkes, the goalkeeper, to come across to take. And Wilkes right in front of our commentary position, standing over this free kick. Slough with quite a high line here at the moment as Wilkes plays it in there, headed away by George Wells. It will come out on the far hand side to Keenan. Keeps the ball in, level with the 18-yard box, trying to cut past Dobson. Dobson standing in front of him. Keenan trying to make a bit of space. Keenan turning away. Keenan breaks past him. Gets his ball played in. It only hits Wells and Hollis clears for Slough. Looking for Stevens, headed on by Gibbons. Wells takes it down and finds Dobson. Dobson just runs straight into Ijaya, and Ijaya wins the ball back. Ball's here with Mendy, finding Hill. Hill, the centre back, has time on the ball, finding Lagoul on this left-hand side. Just being held up and plays it back towards Banya. And Slough chase them all the way back to their goalkeeper, Wilkes. He's being chased down by Stevens. Wilkes plays it forwards here. Mills trying to head it on. And it skims off the head of Hollis and out of play for a throw to Welling United. About halfway inside the Slough Town half. Banya with this throw, trying to find again Mills. Mills flicking the ball on towards Coombs. Coombs turning well, and the referee says no foul, so surely he's got to book him for diving. The ball played out here towards Hill for Welling United. Finds Gibbons. Gibbons too slow in the ball, but gets a lucky ricochet as he wins it off Dobson. Now Gibbons down this left arse. Wells with a solid challenge on the far hand side. It's come off Gibbons last, and it'll be a throw to Slough halfway inside their own half on that far hand side. And in some scores for you: Froomtown 0, Harrow Borough 3. Chelmsford have equalised in their game. The ball played in. Gibbons wins it and volleys the ball forward, but that will go through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Woking 1, Chelmsford 1. Turner just drops the ball down here for Slough. Plays it forward, looking for the run of Warren Harris. Over the head of Banyo. Banyo gets the chest to it. That'll be a corner to Slough. And Slough have been seen the better of the attacking play in this second half. And the Slough fans now making some noise as Dobson comes across to take this corner for Slough. This will be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. Slough have got Sean Fraser just making a run short to the edge of the box. It's actually played towards Lee Togwell. Back out here towards Dobson. Dobson gets a chance to cross in. Sam Togwell back across goal. It's hit the crossbar and gone out of play for a goal kick. But Sam Togwell with the header there couldn't get any power and direction on it, and it's out of play for a goal kick to Welling United. We've coming up to the hour, just short of the hour mark here. 1-1 is the score between the two sides in this very tight game here. It's a bit end to end the first 25 minutes, but since then it's been a little bit quiet. Wilkes with this ball in. It's come off the head of Sam Togwell. It'll be out of play for a throw to Welling United, just inside the Slough half. And if we ever get a ball, Banyan will be the player that takes it. And Slough with some defending to do. Played in short towards Mills. Mills loses the ball here towards Stevens. Stevens ball over the top for Williams to check. Goalkeeper's way out of his box. And he plays a silly little ball. Slough with a throw. And one of the assistants of Welling not giving the ball back here, but it's a throw here to Slough. Sean Fraser takes towards Sam Togwell. Gets back to Sean Fraser. Flicking the ball on here for Stevens to chase. Comes out the header by Ordell. Only to Warren Harris. Harris being urged to play the ball in. Gets across. Flicked off the foot of Ordell. Over the head of Banyo, who slips, but still manages to try and bring the ball down. Hits it to Legault, who lovely little bit of skill back into the path of Banyo. Legault gets the ball back. Trying to skip past the challenge there, and one through and taken out by Lee Togwell. And that could be a free kick to, not only a free kick, but a yellow card to Togwell. Togwell claiming that he won the ball. I mean, I don't get how this referee gives 2 yellow cards in a game for kicking the ball away, but doesn't when there's a foul. And he's, I said that, and he goes and books him. Lee Togwell gets a yellow card for a foul there. So Lee Togwell in the book. It's a free kick here to Welling United. Commentator's curse. And it's a free kick around about 35 yards away from goal. The Slough fans asking Welling to give them a song, as they're very quiet. As Warren Harris is a lone wall for, not lone wolf, a lone wall. And the ball played into the far hand side, headed away by Nisbet. Breaks here for Mendy. Tries to cross the ball back in. Lee Togwell with the header away. Comes to the edge for Ordell. Headed away by Warren Harris. And Stevens will win the ball here for Slough. Holding it up. Trying to find the ball in. But one off him by Banyo. But Banyo running with the ball. Little 1-2. Finds Kiernan down the left hand side. Kiernan trying to keep the ball in. He hits it straight at Lee Togwell. And Togwell can clear for Slough. Down the line. Finds Dobson. Dobson in towards Warren Harris. Harris with a bit of space down there in a central position. Plays here towards Dobson. Dobson little no look pass trying to find Warren Harris. Ordell wins it here with Ordell. Legault skips past the challenge of Fraser. Keeps the ball in. And Legault, little flick again. Finding Ajaya. Ajaya down the left hand side. Cuts inside on his right foot. Plays it in here looking for Kiernan. But Kiernan stole it off Williams. Keenan running towards goal, finding Coombs. Coombs runs straight into Nisbet. Slough challenging and some good defending by Slough. Ball's here with Sam Togwer. Oh, Stevens was offside. The linesman didn't see it. Stevens bursting in up against Ordell. On the edge of the box, turns. Finds Dobson. Dobson trying to curl it. Oh, it's just well wide of the goal. And Slough with a chance to hit the break there. Stevens did really, really well. He was offside. He was clearly offside. But the problem was the linesman on this near hand side was nowhere near the play. Nowhere near. Stevens was offside. The referee there didn't see it. And Dobson just played it wide of the goal. It remains 1-1. 63 minutes gone here at Parkview Road. As these two sides, both unbeaten in their last 8 in all competitions. Wilkes plays the ball down the field, headed away by Nisbet. It's headed on by Mendy. Wilkes holding the ball up. Sam Togwell trying to get there. It's a foul again by Slough. And it's a free kick to the Welling United. And Ordell comes forwards for this. So with some defending to go here against a tall Welling side. But it's looks like Legoul is the player standing over this free kick. And it's a central position, a good 40 yards away from goal. Slough again with a very high line here at the moment. There's the referee, 2-man wall here for the Rebels. Looks like Slough going to make a substitution in a second. Legoul chipping the ball into the box, but it's easily taken by Jack Turner, who's trying to get Slough on the attack quickly here, trying to find Stevens on the far side, up against Gibbons. Stevens holds the ball up really well. Plays it out here towards Dobson. Dobson's got a bit of space here and crosses first time, trying to find Williams. It's Ordell that clears. Audacious volley clear. It's a corner to the Rebels. And I think that Slough are going to get a substitution. The Slough fans making loads of noise here today. They've been fantastic today. Sometimes they haven't been that good, but today they've been exceptional. Dobson over there to take this corner. And it's an out-swinging corner here for the Rebels. It's Dobson standing over. Slough with their hokey-cokey routine. Oh, played it towards Nisbet. Oh, it just skims off the bottom of the post, I think it was. Just wide of the goal. But Nisbet with the header. And you can mostly hear the Welling United manager, Mr. King, getting a little bit frustrated with his team. And inspiration is not the word that I would like to use. Wilkes with the clearance here from the goal kick. And I thought that was a foul by Hollis, but Lee Togwell wins the header. Comes here towards Banya, under pressure from Stevens. Here towards Ordell. Ordell plays the ball down the field, looking for Coombs. Headed away by Fraser. Comes to Legoul. Legoul immediately surrounded by several players. Legoul wins a throw to the home side. And it's taken quickly here towards Mendy. Closed down by Lee Togwell. Comes off Lee Togwell last, out for a throw. Banya with this throw for Welling United. And Slough just need to be aware. Slough are going to make a substitution first. Coming off is Manny Williams. And coming on, that's not the substitution I just see. Substitution wasn't what's on the board. Coming off is Sean Fraser to be replaced by Josh Jackman. So it's Josh Jackman coming on for Sean Fraser. And then the second substitution is Manny Williams coming off and Ben Harris coming on. So a double substitution for the Rebels is Jackman and Ben Harris on. Off is Manny Williams and Sean Fraser. Those substitutions on 67 minutes for the Rebels. As the throw comes in. First to the ball is Warren Harris. Trying to get there. Legoul slips on the floor. Oh, referee, that's atrocious. He just falls over. Wins a free kick. And it's a free kick here to Welling United. And Legoul wants to take it, but Coombs has taken it off him. And Coombs to take this free kick. It's level with the 18-yard tram line. The Slough management team just having a word with the linesman saying, how could that be a free kick? 2-man wall here. But it's a corner that's free kick, so it's 25 yards away from goal. Coombs to take this one. Goes for goal. Turner with the save. It's bouncing around in the box. Comes out here towards Mendy. Hits it straight at Wells, who defends well. Lee Togwell with the ball forwards. It will be picked up here by Ajaya. Plays the ball down. Mendy's injured inside the box. Ball flicked on. Headed away by Josh Jackman. Comes to Legault. Mendy makes a recovery. Legault with the ball. Being forced wide. Comes off. Now that was a foul, which should have been a free kick. Well, the other one wasn't a foul, and he got a free kick. I don't know what the referee's doing, but he's absolutely ridiculous. That was surely a free kick for a foul. And the management team of Slough just having a chat with some fans behind their dugout. Hollis, long throw, flicked on here by Ben Stevens. He'll volleys the ball down the field here. Mills will chase this one for Welling United. Keeps it in, up against Hollis. Mills plays it back out here to Legault, treads on the ball, but still has it. Up here against Sam Togwell, trying to make his way through. Sam Togwell goes down. Legault gets caught. And again, that's got to be a free kick. It's a clear foul. Clear foul on Legault by Slough. And the referee says no foul. It is the poorest referee I've seen for quite a while. But the referee's decision, it's the ball's here with Turner. Looking for Dobson on the far hand side. Dobson trying to get a touch to it. It'll come to Lee Togwell. Little cushion header by him. Finding Wells. Wells back in towards Lee Togwell. Back here towards Dobson. Dobson turning away from goal. Just robbed of the ball by Ajaya. Ajaya finds Kiernan. Kiernan's ball finding Mills. Inside though is Nisbet, who wins the ball. Then plays the ball forward here for Stevens. Stevens being forced wide by Hill. Stevens keeps it in. Finds Dobson. Dobson little ball inside finding Nisbet, who's still forwards for Slough. And the ball back here towards Wells. Wells under pressure. And Wells wins that's never a free kick. Oh, this referee is absolutely diabolical. And he's booking him for it. Absolutely ridiculous. He's giving Ajaya a yellow card for that's just a normal challenge. I don't know what this referee's doing, but let's hope we don't have him again for the rest of the season, because he is rubbish. Mendy's now gone down injured, so a stoppage in play. He's fine, just making his way up. They took a little knock earlier in the box a few minutes ago, and I think Welling are making a third and final substitution, but no one knows who it is. It's number 16, who's Julian Anu, coming on. If you're making it, make it. You can't. You got to take someone off. That is the rules, lads. Well done. Finally, Welling United decide it's going to be number 4, Mendy, that comes off, and it's Mendy who did pick up a little knock, who's the player off, replaced by Anu. And he gets a warm round of applause for his performance today, does Mendy. And the game will restart with a free kick to the Rebels. George Wells will take it. And it's George Wells to take this free kick, 10 yards inside the Welling half. Everyone inside the Welling half. Ball played in. Pushed on Ben Harris looking for a free kick. It came off. He got fouled by his own player. Headed away by Adul. Cleared by Lee Togwell. Ben Harris can't get it. Ordell plays the ball down the field. It will come here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Volleys it forwards, trying to find Dobson. Dobson's going to keep the ball in on the far hand side. Kept in though by Gibbons. In towards Kiernan. Kiernan closed down by it hits Dobson and it finds its way towards Mills. Mills with the ball towards Kiernan. Kiernan's way offside. He's a mile offside, is Kiernan, as he receives the ball. And it's a free kick to the Rebels as we're into the final 20 minutes here. And again, the Slough fans who have been exceptional this afternoon behind that goal. And it's a free kick here for Jack Turner to take halfway inside the Slough half. And it's Turner. Long ball into the box here looking for Ben Harris. Ben Harris, little push in the back from Ordell. Doesn't get spotted by the referee. Mills with the clearance. Jackman comes across his header. Only finds a goal. Chance to run down the left-hand side. Breaking into the box. Hollis is across there for Slough. And then Chapman plays the ball here for Sam Togwell to play down the line. And that ball will just come to Ordell. Stevens will try and keep it in. And it's gone out of play for a throw to Welling United, halfway inside their own half. And it's Banya that will take this throw for Welling United. Eventually, he throws it towards Mills. Mills trying to hook the ball. He overhead kicks it out of play for a throw to Slough. He's looking for a free kick. Hollis will take this, so it's going to be a long throw for Slough into the box. Hollis, good 40 yards away from goal, taking this long throw. He's just waiting for Slough to make a bit of movement in the box. Played in towards Ben Harris. Ben comes off the head of Banya. Ordell heads it away. Ben Harris is there, takes it down on his chest, down the near hand side. Crosses in, it's blocked by Legault for a throw to Slough. And Guy Hollis makes his way down to take this throw. Nisbet making his way forwards for Slough. And again, it's the Slough fans in good voice behind that goal, trying to get that's as a 12th man for their team this afternoon. And the throw comes into the box, headed away. It's gone the wrong way. Lee Togwell will try to keep it alive for Slough, and he plays it into his brother Sam. Sam's got someone closing him down. Flicks it on the far hand side. I don't know who he's playing it to. Straight out of play. And poor ball played forwards there by Sam Togwell. It's out for a throw to Welling United. Level with their 18-yard box. Gibbons, the right back, will be the player that takes it. Plays a long ball in here towards Coombs. Coombs chests it down towards Mills. Back in here towards Kiernan. Kiernan back towards Simmons. Simmons just takes the touch, plays it in. Headed away by Hollis. It will come through to Stevens. Little cushion header by Togwell, trying to find the run of Warren Harris. Oh, it hits Warren Harris, but the ricochet falls kindly to the Welling goalkeeper Wilkes, who comes to the edge of his box to claim the ball. And it's here with the goalkeeper Wilkes, who long kick down the field. Mills with the header. It'll find Legault. Legault trying to turn past players, just treads on the ball, trying to play it in. Oh, Jackman stretches to win the ball for Slough, and it finds Warren Harris in towards Ben Harris. Ben just going to referee number 4. 4 times he's done that. And it's a foul by Ordell, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. A couple of feet inside their own half. And Jack Turner is going to come across to take this. Just been told by the referee to hurry up. And Turner looking to take it here for Slough. Plays it in with some pace on the far hand side. Oh, it's dissected everyone. Nisbet will try and keep it alive. Oh, does well to keep the ball in, but it's not. It's gone out of play. And it's a throw to Welling United on the far hand side. It'll be Gibbons, the right back, to take this throw. Still 1-1 here as we enter the last final 15 minutes. Played across, hits ball, ricochets here kindly for Slough, but Slough give the ball away to Ajayi. One back by Sam Togwell, in towards Ben Harris, finding Dobson. Dobson crosses first time, no one for Slough on the far hand side, and Banya has plenty of time to bring the ball here for Welling. Plays it in towards Anu. Anu gets the ball back. Lee Togwell's on him, steals it off him, finds Stevens. Stevens trying to turn him, create a bit of space. Gives it to Dobson on the left hand side. Dobson running at Gibbons. Takes a shot from distance, it's wide of the goal. And Slough have had the better of the second half here this afternoon. If you are hearing lots of shouting, it is the Welling bench. We're right above the home dugout here as we wait for Wilkes to take this goal kick for the Wings, as they are known. And Wilkes chipping this ball forwards. It'll be a free header for Dobson. Heads it the wrong way though. And Wales has to come across for Slough to clear down the line, but it'll be a throw to Welling United. And none of their fans seem to want to start singing. Ball played in here towards Hill. Hill trying to spread here towards Legault. Does well to keep it in, but Jackman's there first. And it comes off Jackman last. It'll be a throw to Welling United. And Banya, the left back, is the player forward to take this throw for Welling. Trying to find the substitute Coombs. It's cleared by Slough. Comes here towards Gibbons, who's come inside the field. Tries to play it into Anu. Togwell slips as he plays it, hits Anu in the face, comes back out here towards Banya. Banya got time on the ball, plays it in right footed, trying to turn Hollis on the far hand side. The referee says it's a foul by Welling United on Hollis. It's a free kick here to Slough. And it will be Jack Turner who runs across to take this one for Slough. Into the final 15. And I don't know what I think my stopwatch has stopped. I don't know what the score time is, but ball played in. Oh, it's a free header for Ben Harris, who just couldn't get to it, and there's a stoppage for a foul here. I think the ball was just hit at Ben Harris a little bit too hard. He needed to just direct it goalwards. Unfortunately, he couldn't. And there you go. I don't know how long we've got because there's an injury here at the moment, so another stoppage in the game. As it's Ordell, the Welling United captain, who's down injured at the moment. Let's see if we can find you some latest scores in other games. And my stopwatch is closed. The Slough player just getting a quick drink here as there's an injury to Ordell on the far hand side. Good afternoon to Chris Phillips, who's listening in, to Kathleen Porter. All of you listening in this afternoon, thank you for joining us here this afternoon. There's Ordell still getting some treatment here on the far hand. Let's see if we can bring you up to date with any scores from other games. But it's the Slough fans in the voice this afternoon who've been absolutely excellent as we've got this little break in play. We're into 79th minute, so we've got 10 minutes of the game left here. Ordell slowly gets to his feet. We'll see if we can give you some latest scores for you. As Ordell's got to come off, and they've already used all three substitutes of Welling United, so currently temporarily down to 10 men for the moment are Welling. And I've gone past the divisions. There you go. Ball played forwards, looking for Mills. Mills trying to flick it on, finds Coombs. Coombs can't keep hold of it. Nisbet's there for Slough. Plays the ball out. It falls to Dobson. Dobson, little nick inside, but Anu picks it off his feet. And then plays it here towards Banya. Banya, the left back, down the line. Here, Hollis just ducks and leaves it to go through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's here with Turner. Played the ball out towards Wells. Wells with the ball forward, trying to find Stevens. Hill with the header away. It finds Kiernan. Wardell still off on the side of the pitch. So Welling temporarily down to 10 men. Ball with Kiernan in towards Anu. Anu runs into Togwell, but gets the ball back. Then tries to chip it down the line here for Gibbons to chase. And Gibbons, stronger than thing, goes down in the box. And it's a penalty. It's a penalty to Welling United. A foul by George Wells. As Gibbons got the wrong side of him, Wells just put a hand to his back. It's a foul and a penalty here for Welling. It's Coombs who scored the first goal to take this penalty for Welling United. And it's Coombs up against Turner. The Slough management team not too happy with the decision. Looks a penalty from where I was. It was anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul. This referee's not been given many fouls. But Coombs comes up, shoots, and scores! It's a goal for Nathan Coombs, his second of the game. And Slough will feel aggrieved about that. 10 men of Welling United as Ordell runs around his near hand side. Is not sure if he's coming back on, but it's a penalty that Slough conceded. Really sloppy penalty conceded by George Wells. And Slough are going to make a third and final substitution. Chris Flood is the player that's coming on. Who's coming off? It's Mark Nisbet coming off. So Slough are going to go for a 4-3-3 formation. So it's Mark Nisbet coming off, Chris Flood coming on. No, Floody, we're back here. Floody, it's a goal kick, mate. It's all right, Floody, don't worry. I don't worry, I think he was going up for a ball. Looks like Slough will play with a back three of Wells, Hollis and Jackman. Ball's here with Sam Togwell, who may well just fit in as the second centre-back. But Slough going for the win, trying to get back in this game. Banya heads the ball away. It'll come to Legault. Legault has time on the ball. Turns. Closed down by Warren Harris. Back here towards Banya. Plays it down the field. Jackman heads it away. Lee Togwell takes it on his chest inside the centre circle. Being chased by Anu. Slough looking for a free kick. Ball over the top here for Ben Harris to chase. Up against Banya. Ben Harris gets there. Comes off Banya last. It's a throw to Slough. Right by the corner flag. And it's Guy Hollis is coming forward to take this throw. Slough are going to be a bit short at the back here. Defensively, only George Wells back for them. And it's a long throw into the box here, bouncing around. Comes out here, and Sam Togwell will get there first for Slough. Plays it back here towards Jack Turner. Turner has timed the ball halfway side his own half. Plays it forwards looking for Flood. Comes off the head of Legault last, was it? No, it comes off Flood last. It's a goal kick to Welling United. I don't know what the Welling manager is doing, but Welling are back to their full complement of 11 men. But the Slough fans are still the ones making the noise behind the goal to our right. As we wait for Wilkes to take this goal kick. Aimed in over the head of everyone. Nisbet heads, Jackman heads it away. Flicked on by Lee Togwell, only as far as Legault. Legault trying to keep hold of the ball. Flood gets a touch into it towards Ben Harris, who hits it straight at thing. And then there's a foul by Hollis on Mills. And Mills is down injured here. And Hollis is getting a talking to by the referee. He's won the free kick. Mills is still down injured. And it's the referee is going to book Guy Hollis for that foul. So a third yellow card for the Rebels this afternoon. Goes to Guy Hollis. And Welling United are just taking their time with this free kick here. The referee just chatting to Ijaya about something. I'm not sure what it is, but it's a free kick here to Welling United. Legault is the player that comes across to take. Floats it into the box. Coombs was looking for another penalty, but Turner wins the ball for Slough on the far hand side. Turner's bringing the ball out here for Slough and looks to play it up for Ben Harris. Ben Harris up against Ordell. Banya gets a free header back towards his goalkeeper. And the ball's in the hands of the Welling goalkeeper Wilkes. Wilkes is taking his time here with this ball. Slough have gone 4-3-3 in theory. Long ball here looking for Mills over the head of him. Jackman just seeing him off there. Mills gets a touch to it, but it's our play for a throw to Slough. Deep inside their own half. Hollis will come across to take this. We're into the 87th minute here, and Wells is bringing the ball out here for Slough. Chipping it out looking for Warren Harris. Harris volleys the ball back in, and Hill will take it on his thing. There's an offside against Slough there. And it's a free kick for Welling United. And again, even though Welling United are leading 2-1 here, they've got no noise. Nassam Legault have been named the man of the match here this afternoon, and a bit strange when Coombs gets 2 goals with the only 2 chances he takes. I know one's a penalty, but although Legault's the exciting player, he has gone down a little bit easy and he has trodden on the ball a couple of times as well. But Legault, man of the match here for Welling United. Ball played out by Wilkes, and it's been played in. Comes out here towards Keenan, holding the ball up, trying to flick it in. Hollis is there to clear for Slough, looking for the ball over the top. Ordell with the clearance away. It'll come through here towards James Dobson. Dobson to run and find Sam Togwell. Togwell back in here towards Flood. Flood trying to orchestrate in towards Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell just pushed wide, finds Dobson on the left hand side. Dobson crosses first time into the box. Wilkes here punches the ball away, and it's flicked on by Keenan. Off his head, it'll be a throw to Slough. And Slough looking to take it quickly with Lee Togwell, but they're going to leave it for George Wells to take. Finding James Dobson, flicking it in, finding Stevens. Stevens just eased off the ball. Ordell with the header away, comes to Legault. Legault runs past Warren Harris. Harris still chasing him. Legault still has the ball. Oh, Harris nicks it off him really well, but goes out of play for a throw. He's given a throw to Slough, which it was never in a million years. And the referee has overruled him, which is 100% the correct decision. How the linesman thought that was a throw to Slough is unbelievable. But it does sum up the fact that the officials today have been very, very poor, even though the penalty decision is 100% the right thing. The ball cleared by Josh Chapman, and Ben Harris wins a header. Hill with the clearance, hits Warren Harris. Chapman gets there first into Sam Togwell, who flicks the ball off. That's a foul, referee.
How many times? How many times?
I think is how many is what people have been saying. And it's a free kick here to Slough. Banya gives the foul away. It's going to be Dobson to take it. Roughly 30 yards away from goal. Quite close to the sidelines here. And Dobson standing it. Just a one-man wall here for Welling United. 8 Slough players in the box here. Some pushing and shoving going on between Sam Togwell and Ajaya. And it's the referee just calling a quick halt to that. Dobson to take this free kick for Slough. Plays it here towards Wells. Wells takes a touch, tries to shoot. It's going to the top corner. Wells gets it. And Wilkes saves it from going out for a corner. That's a really good save by Wilkes as that shot was heading towards the top corner. And Wilkes has the ball in his hand. He's just taken a little bit of time. Here with the Welling United goalkeeper, but all the noise coming from the Slough fans this afternoon. Long ball down the field will go all the way through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. He's going to get Slough forward. Slough playing with 4 up front here at the moment. Ben Harris flicking the ball on. It'll come here to Warren Harris. His ball inside, gets a lucky ricochet. Comes out towards Ben Harris. Gets across in. It's hit Ordell. Ordell clears down the line for Mills. Over his head, Josh Chapman wins the header. Mills wins it back though. Going across. Finds Keelan. Keelan down the near hand side. Running towards the corner flag. Tries to play it in. Chapman comes across and out of play for a throw. There will be a fair bit of added time on for the injury to Ordell and to Mendy. The right back Gibbons just being told by the referee to come forwards a little bit often, a little bit further, hurrying up his throw. Takes a quick throw here towards Mills. Mills holds the ball up, little ball inside trying to find Keenan, one back by Slough, and it's here with Wells in towards Sam Togwell. Ball played forwards, intercepted by Gibbons, sloppy by Slough. Ball played out there to Keenan. Down the right hand side, he's happy to just stand on the ball with it at his feet, back in towards Gibbons. Finding the ball in towards Mills. Mills holding the ball up, trying to find Keenan. Keenan with the ball to Gibbons on the right hand side, Welling keeping the ball well. Little dink over finding Mills. Wells trying to get there, but Mills has held him up well. And Mills holding the ball inside by the corner flag, trying to play it out and wins a corner for the home side. Only their 3rd corner of the game. How can you just add 2 minutes on? It's signalling 2 minutes of added time. You've had 5 substitutes an injury to a player that was down on the floor. Ball's gone out for another corner here to Welling United. And how do you only get 2 minutes? Mills holding the ball up well in that corner flags. Being strong there. Comes off Mills' last though. It'll be a goal kick to the Rebel. How does he give 2 minutes of added time? Seriously, strange. Turner, long kick down the field by him. Headed by Gibbons. His header comes across to Legault. Legault running with the ball. Flood with a challenge. Won the ball back. Ball played forwards. Ordell takes it on his chest. Plays it down the field here looking for Coombs. Ball shielded back here towards Turner. Turner plays it forwards for Slough. Stevens trying to get there. Hits him on the back of the head. Ben Harris plays it out towards Dobson. Dobson cuts inside. Going to try and cross it in right-footed. Ball played into Sam Togwell. Oh, just wide of the goal. Sam Togwell rises highest and heads it wide of the goal. And it's out of play for a goal kick here. We're into the dying seconds of the game here. It's Wilkes, the same, just a minute being told here. It's we're already into the added time here as Wilkes takes this kick down here, headed away by Dobson. It don't make a difference because it's the final whistle here at Parkview Road, and Slough will feel gutted that they've lost the game here. Second half, they've been marginally the better of the two sides, but a penalty decision for a foul by George Wells meant that on late in the half, it's a penalty given, which was put away by Coombs. Scored 2 goals for Welling United today. There's lots of handshakes going on here. It's all far too lovey-dovey for me. But I tell you what, the best people here today have been the Slough Town supporters on that far-hand side, who have made so much noise this afternoon. They've been absolutely brilliant. But it's finished here as... I'm going to see if I can nick that. Do you need that? I'll take that. Thank you very much. So that's it for us here at Parkview Road. It's finished. Welling 2, Slough Town 1. The Slough players just going over to the Slough fans on the far hand side for just saying a thank you for their fantastic performance this afternoon. But unfortunately, a mistake by George Wells resulting in a penalty is what separates the two sides here tonight. But Slough should be pleased with their performance. Welling are a big, strong side who have played very well, but it's finished here 2-1, and Slough will go away dejected. It's the end of their unbeaten run, but they'll regroup for Saturday in the FA Cup game. We will be here back on next Saturday with all the action from that game. So until then, I know it's not been the best of weekends, but please enjoy the weekend the best you can, and we'll be back next Saturday afternoon. So until then, have a good weekend.